What is good, YouTube familia? How are we doing? How are we doing? To all who is new to my channel, welcome in. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Today I'm going to be doing an intuitive reading for the zodiac sign of Leo, considering we are in Leo season, baby. But if you see this 2 years from now, 2 weeks from now, if this message still resonates with you and you are a Leo, then take it, run with it. All right. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we dive right in, actually, I wanted to go ahead and talk about how I don't always do intuitive readings on here. Sometimes I just hop on and check in with y'all and really express how I'm feeling and what kind of knowledge and wisdom my body is channeling at that moment and during that time. So they're not always zodiac sign readings, but I do like to drop in with you guys as well and do some zodiac sign readings when I can and when I have time. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. So what is the message for Leos? What is good with Leos? What is the message for Leos? I am trying to be quiet as well because we do have some sleepers around. So, time to let go, all right? Leo, this one is for you. Time to let go of what is binding you in this very now existence. What is holding you back? What is weighing you down? All right? Whether it may be negative thoughts, negative belief systems, what are some things that you need to integrate into your life in order to let go? What are those certain things in your life that you know are holding you back that you can totally let go of? What are some negative thoughts that you tell yourself on a day-to-day basis that you can transmute into more positive belief systems? These are the questions that should be going into a journal and for you to be keeping up with and seeing your growth through all of these different things as well. That is so very important. So make sure you're keeping up with that. All right. All right, what is good with Leo during this time? What is good with Leo during this time? Be loyal to what you love, all right? We got the dog spirit in the building. All right, be loyal to what you love. There are things that are going to mean a lot to you later on in life. But if you're not taking the time within the very now moment to be loyal to these things that mean a lot to you, but I'm feeling like you're not putting in the effort that you need to put in to things that are very important to you, whether it may be yourself, whether it may be certain relationships in your life. I'm feeling like if you don't start taking it upon yourself to be like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to care in this way, I'm going to change the way I'm approaching this, whether it may be the relationship with yourself, relationship with other people around you, you're going to regret it later on. Okay, so be loyal to what you love. All right, what else can Leos learn during this time? All right, we got bring a gentle touch. All right, so maybe you have been too hard on yourself recently, or maybe you just grew up being hard on yourself, or maybe people around. I'm feeling like you have watched people around you be very hard on themselves, and you can't help it but to be hard on yourself. But this right here is a reminder to bring a gentle touch when you feel those urges come up to be really extra hard on yourself, be a bit more gentle. All right, and I'm feeling like that can save energy, that can save pain from growing, and illness from growing as well, okay? And then here we have be here now, be present with yourself, be present with your environment, and drop in with yourself, drop in with how you are thinking of yourself, right? Because sometimes when we become ungrounded and we're losing connection with the earth, we start to get in this, we start to get into our head, and we start to get into, like, our spirit starts to get into these higher chakras, all right? And when these higher chakras start getting a lot of this energy and this momentum, sometimes we get a little out. How do I explain this? I'm visualizing it, but it's not coming into words like I want it to. When we come out of our minds, or come out of our bodies, I should say, and more into our minds, we're looking in this reality with a certain perspective, right? And this perspective is very ungrounded. It's not really in the now. It's not really aware, I want to say. It's not very aware of the surroundings. And this right here, if you start dropping more into your body and becoming more present and in this very now moment, you're number one gonna have more of a clear space in your mind, because it's not gonna be so full of all of this extra chatter. And number two, it's just gonna feel better. You're gonna be more in your body. All of your chakras are gonna align more with each other. Come on, get up here. Come on. They're gonna be more aligned with each other instead of all the energy being up here in these higher chakras. Yes, it's beautiful to have this energy in the higher chakras, but it's important to have a flow with all of your chakras as one, okay? And here you're going through a detour. Trust in divine detours, all right? There's something coming up for you where you're gonna get thrown off course, or you already are thrown off course a bit, and it may be a little confusing. You're kind of like, what's going on? This is a bit of a big change for me, but this is for your own good. This is for the good and well-being of the people around you as well. So trust in it as well. And be at home. And this right here, I'm feeling when I read this, is to be at home within yourself. Just like I was saying, grounding, getting into nature, imagining the roots coming from the bottom of your spine or the bottom of your feet, and digging really deep into the earth and really visualizing this and working with this. This is really going to help you ground into your body and into the earth, and help you be more present in this very now moment. And once you become more present in this very now moment as well, a lot of those fears and those thought processes of overthinking in your mind is going to be released. All right, and this has to be a daily practice. This has to be incorporated into an everyday lifestyle if you want to really become more at peace within yourself and bring more peace into the situations that are around you as well. All right, and becoming more responsible. All right, becoming more responsible and becoming more present in this very now moment is tied together. They're one. Okay, time to collaborate. Time to collaborate, whether this may be with another human being, whether this may be with Yeah, I'm feeling like this may be with another human being or just a being in general. If human being isn't the label that you're looking for, then being. Time to collaborate with being that popped in your head when I said that, okay? Learn from your past, okay? Learn from your past. All right, there are things that you have went through within this recent past, and you're kind of like, that was a waste of time. Not sure if I was even supposed to be in that situation or what, but I want you to know that it wasn't a waste. It was not a waste of time. Okay, it was not a waste of time. You had a lot of lessons within that time period, but really integrating those lessons, right? And truly knowing that the past can be learned from. It's not something that we just brush off and it's just over with and it's done, or we think negative about it. If you transmute that negative energy into love and understanding and knowing that, hey, I went through that for a reason, and if you're able to pick out the pieces that you are able to learn from in those moments, it feels so much better, and it's so much more that you really can take from it. When you're looking in that type of perspective, there are more things that you can pick and choose with that to grow from. All right. And then here we have co-create with spirit. And when this said time to collaborate, I was feeling like, you could collaborate with spirit. But I didn't really want to say it, and I don't know why. But here's the confirmation right here, is to co-create with spirit. Maybe it's because it wasn't for all of the Leos that are watching. Yes, it's only for a certain select few of the Leos that are watching. So, time to collaborate with spirit. Okay. Okay. And what do I mean by that? I mean, during your meditations, meditate on a certain question. Meditate on a certain question, and whatever comes to your mind, let it flow. Let it flow. Let it bring the change and the growth that is needed during that time. All right? Because when you start opening up your channels and you really start understanding who your guides are and who your ancestors are and who is guiding you through this journey, you're able to collaborate and create wonderful things. Beautiful, beautiful things, okay? And let's go ahead and dive into the next deck, all right? What is good with Leos during this time? What is good with Leos during this time? What can Leos learn during this time, Spirit? What can Leos learn during this time? Okay, got a couple cards flipping and falling. Let's go. So the first one that fell out says, you are worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself, okay? This one is as simple as it can get. Believe in yourself. When you have those self-limiting beliefs that flow through your channels sometimes, it's important to remind yourself that, number one, you are able to be the alchemist in your life to transmute that energy into something very great and very beautiful. All right? And the real alchemists in this lifetime are not afraid of negativity. All right? They transmute that negativity into beautiful, beautiful things. All right? So maybe use that fuel. Turn it into fuel instead of pain. All right? You are worthy. No longer holds power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. All right? There are things that are coming to an end, and it's time to let go of them. Let go of those things with love. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary, okay? It's okay to let go. What does your heart want? Be free to manifest your heart's desires. Be free to manifest your heart's desires. So don't let fear hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back. Whatever may be binding you during this time, let it go. And don't just wake up one morning and be like, I let it all go. It's really a process. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your own process. Success doesn't happen overnight, but if you're consistent with your success, things will be so beautiful. All right. And really, a happy life isn't a life with no sadness, no anger, no hard times. It's a choice. All right, so with knowing that, what does your heart want? Okay. What does your heart want? Because no matter where you go, you're going to come up with things and you're going to face challenges that are going to be there to help you grow. So it's just making the choice and the commitment for yourself to manifest those desires, baby. All right. All right, so we have following the path of another and walk your own journey right here. All right, it is essential to stay on your own path, and your path is being redirected to where it should be. So if there are things that you have been watching other people do and you're like, maybe I should do that, I'm feeling like those cards that are co-creating with spirit and collaborating, you have to bring your own gentle touch. You have to bring your own thing. Dive deeper within yourself. Tap in with your heart space and start asking your heart space, what is good? How are you feeling during this time? All right. Let go of looking at everybody else's journey. All right. And it may not be everybody else. It may just be a couple certain people, certain individuals. Maybe you look up to them and maybe you really see the way they're growing and you're seeing the way that, oh, how beautiful it's moving for them and all these different things. But this is that time to start tapping in with how things are working with you and what you can create and what's your calling. All right. So those are some things. And then you are unlimited right here. You are very unlimited. All right, so don't limit yourself by looking at other people's journeys and trying to do what they're doing because it may seem a little less intimidating. All right, start tapping in with your unlimited abilities, okay? What you can create is unlimited. All right. Let's hop into our last deck right here. What is good with Leos during this time? What is good with Leos? Ooh, those are popping out. Let's get it. What is good with Leos during this time? Look at the bigger picture, all right? All right, so like I was saying earlier about being ungrounded, it does serve its purpose to be ungrounded as well. Being in these higher chakras, you're able to look at the bigger picture. It's a bit easier to look at the bigger picture when you're in the higher chakras because you're able to look from this perspective of kind of like looking down at yourself from a higher perspective and looking at the huge bigger picture. But it's taking that choice, taking that from your energy already being in this higher perspective, And in these higher chakras, if you slow that energy down for a moment, maybe through slow breathing, meditation, right? You're able to look, or even in your dreams when you astral project, I'm hearing as well, when you're in the astral, write down your dreams when you wake up. Dreams are very important, especially when you wake up and you feel like they are significant to your life. Writing them down can help you, because you'll be able to find keys and learn from them, like, oh, that's why I had that dream. Now that makes a lot of sense. And, you know, certain things like that. And it'll help you look at the bigger picture, whether it may be emotionally, energetically, right? These certain things that you may be wondering during this time. You and your loved ones are safe, okay? So these are for the Leos who have been feeling ungrounded once again. Sometimes we get ungrounded because we aren't feeling safe and we don't want to go into our root chakra because it doesn't feel safe, right? And this stems from childhood, family, fears, right? So what helps with that is becoming present and in your body and grounding yourself and speaking life into yourself, all right? And in being confident with yourself, working with those lower chakras, all right? Surrender to the divine, all right? So I was reading a post the other day as well, and it said, we are not perfect, we are divine beings. Shout out to Zane Spirit for that as well. She is key. She's cool. She's cool. She knows what she's doing. Zane Spirit, shout out to her. And Soul Drive Global, her business, lit. Anyways, so she posted that. That was her words. Surrendering and reading this made me go back to that, because surrendering to the divine is not always going to look perfect, all right? It's going to look like a bunch of different things, and all of those judgments in your mind, it's okay to let them go, okay? Because it's not perfect, it's divine. You're divine, okay? Take time to breathe out, all right? To release, to let go, and to integrate all of the new things that are coming into your life, okay? I'm feeling a lot of new chapters starting as well for certain Leos, all right? So that's beautiful. All right, step out of your comfort zone. All right, I'm feeling like a lot of the time you are outside of your comfort zone, but stepping a little bit further each and every day, it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful time to grow. All right, so step out of the comfort zone, look for certain things and be like, how can I step outside of my comfort zone? All right, and know your limits as well. Know your limits. Know when it's a bit too much and when it's a bit draining and when you need to let go. All right, and then here we have a very fiery climax approaches. Come on, get over here. Come on, come on. Okay. A very fiery climax approaches, okay? So something big is coming up for you right now, all right? And like I said, this is timeless. So if you see this 2 weeks from now, Leo, if you see this 2 months from now, 2 years from now, 80 years from now, if this video surfaces for you, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, all right? But a fire climax is approaching for you during this time. All right, and I wanted to go ahead and note for y'all as well. The quick bursts of anger are okay to have when you're not hurting yourself or the people around you. All right, so having a good coping mechanism in your life that is good for you is very key. All right, and spending that energy, whether it may be angry energy or not, spending it in ways that you know is going to better your life is key. Okay. All right. So now that I got all of that, I wanted to note as well that if you guys ever want one-on-one reads, I do one-on-one readings through my intuitive reading Instagram, which I will go ahead and drop in the description box down below, so don't forget to tap in there. And making sure I got everything together. Oh, tap in as well on the comments. Let me know what resonated with you, and let me know for all the other zodiacs what zodiacs are looking for a collective reading as well. I always love suggestions. All right, but other than that, I hope everybody has a beautiful night or day, whatever time it may be for you. And keep taking care of yourselves, keep diving straight into nature, and keep drinking your lovely agua. I will be back with more videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel like this benefited you or you feel it might benefit another human being or being. All right, namaste.